Hey everyone, so I wanted to do my Glee recap on the same day because it was such an emotional episode that I feel like if I did it the next day I wouldn't have the same reaction and the impact wouldn't be as great and whatnot. So this episode, what I'm going to recap is Glee Season 4, Episode 18, Shooting Star. And I was really reluctant on this episode because I didn't think that Glee was going to do a good job on it because they always do the after school specials and it's just like, you know, it doesn't always win me over because I'm like, Glee's a comedy and I don't think they should do these kind of things, but I think they handled it really well and I think it was really relevant to school in general because it does happen, and so I think they just did it really well. And so let's go into the recap beyond that. And sort of the beginning, it was kind of slow pace. Britt was going on about Lord Tebington. I have no idea, he's sad or something. I wasn't really paying attention. They sang More Than Words to a Fucking Cat, this beautiful song to a cat. But it's typical Britney. The group is going on about last chances, which is hardcore foreshadowing if you had no idea what was going to happen in this episode. I was really jumpy after they did Your Song, which I'll get into in a second, because I knew there's only 3 songs and they redid 2. I'm like, oh my god, it's going to happen. So I was freaking the hell out. It made you really jumpy, especially if you already knew. Ryder has been catfished. And he sings Your Song, which is really good, by the way, to some random cute girl who was really nice about it and didn't even care that her identity was stolen. She was just like, call me. So I felt really bad for Ryder because, I mean, he just embarrassed himself and he just was really passionate and found out it was not what he thought. And so who the hell is it? We don't know. At this point, I'm thinking it's either Ryder or Katie going to be the shooter, to be honest here, because I mean, it kind of just led up to that because, you know, Ryder was so angry, or it could be this Katie chick because she's so shady or something. I don't know. I was freaking out. Apparently, Beast wants Will. Totally didn't see that coming from season 2. I mean, come on, that was kind of expected, I think, in my opinion. I think at first it was just a friendship, you know, then they kind of like, what are they going to do with this? I don't know. But I do love their friendship, even though I don't really like Will, but, or the adults in general. The Brittany and Becky scene was so cute, and they love each other and they hugged, and poor Becky, she just didn't want high school to end because once it ended she had nothing left, and you know, that's really sad. Like, so then bam, shots are fired, chaos, hide everywhere, where's Tina and Brittany? And Joe and Sugar apparently have disappeared off the face of the earth. They only mentioned Sugar near the end, they didn't even mention her in the choir room, or Joe. But Sugar, it's like, I don't, where are they? They're like, I'm just gonna skip school forever now. And all these scenes in between the shooting were hardcore emotional. Everybody's acting was phenomenal. When Kitty confessed to Marley about what she did to her during Grease, I cried. I cried so hard because I thought that Becca did amazing. And it was just, in elementary school, there was a shooting across the street to where my school was, and we had a lockdown, and it kind of felt like that. I felt like, because it was in a dark room, you're all close together, and probably, you know, you practice it a million times in middle school and high school, and it's still a scary thought. And when you're in 5th grade, you know, you can't say, you know, you can't do anything. You didn't have technology like that either. And it's just, I just felt like that was really, I had emotional tie to that in a sense. So it was just like, wow, 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 wow. And when Sam tried to be the hero for Brittany, and then Artie filming the confessions, which we didn't see till the very end, most of it, and Marley's mom, and I was just bawling, and it was just, it was wow. I didn't expect to be so emotionally into it, and you just see how much fear comes into play with so many things, so many confessions, and personalities are changing. You don't expect things to happen with these certain people, and things change you when you're scared. So, yeah. And when Brittany was in the bathroom stall, her scene literally broke me. Heather was fucking amazing in this episode. I love Brittany, and I love her, and it was seriously incredible. And finally, Mr. Shu came to save her, but oh my god, she was so good. And her and Sam were just so cute this week, and I just loved them more. And when Sam got a new cat, Lady Tebington, I think that was the name, for Lord Tebington as a friend, that was cute. But when that whole thing, you know, he trying to rescue her, I just think that I wish they just would have made them more in-depth before this episode, because I probably would have appreciated it more, but it was still cute nonetheless. Anyways, more havoc. Tina can't get inside, and you feel bad for her. It felt very much like One Tree Hill, I think, or Degrassi, when, like, Craig was still in school, and his dad was out there, or One Tree Hill with, like, I don't remember who was in the school and who wasn't, like Nathan or somebody, or Lucas wasn't in the school. I haven't seen that episode in a long time. And so when Mr. Shu saves her and the other students, and they all go into safety, but everyone ends up safe, and that's all that matters. That's all. They're okay, and apparently it's Sue, but in a weird way it's just weird how they did that before we found out who it really was, because, like, this all happened because she brought a gun to school and forgot to turn the safety off, or she left the safety off. So it was really weird how they did that, but then, you know, eventually there was a real reason. But I'm glad that she didn't get to stay, even if they didn't know it wasn't her, that if it really hypothetically was because of that, they didn't keep her because it was a comedic thing. Like, this is a serious thing. You can't bring a fucking gun to school just because you're Sue fucking Sylvester. So I'm really glad that Figgins cracked down on that. And but we find out it was Becky, which was so tragic and sad, and I did not see that one coming. And Sue was so great to Becky, and just hearing her out, and when the fires were shot, and, like, all through all that, she stuck by Becky's side and protected her, and it was just like she's a daughter to her, and Sue no longer works at McKinley. That's just a crazy thought, you know. Wow, after all this, you know, that was how Sue got fired, which is... And I think a lot of people are like, oh yeah, of course they make the girl with the Down syndrome. It has nothing to do with her Down syndrome. It's what she's going through and what's going to happen to her after high school, because a lot of teenagers feel pressured near that time of the end of high school. What the fuck's going to happen to me? What am I going to do now? And your life's ending, and it has nothing to do with because she has Down syndrome. You know, it's nothing to do with that. So get off your high horses, you know, it's not about that. I think Blaine and Tina were really good this episode. I'm glad they have such a strong friendship. I'm still a little resistant in the back of my mind because of Tina. Still probably gaga for Blaine, but I'm glad that they're close and Blaine has a friend there, like Kurt had with Rachel or Mercedes. And you know, he has Sam, you know, it's not like the same kind of thing like they have with girls because of the whole platonic thing. But I love that they have a wonderful bond, and Blaine also mentioned his parents again, so that's great that he has parents, and I'm glad that they aren't dicks like many in the world, in the fanon world, where everybody thinks Blaine's parents are assholes, but apparently they're loving and want to talk to him, and so I'm really glad for Blaine has that support and whatnot, and I just think that it was so cute with Blaine and Tina, and she just wanted to protect Blaine, and I think that was just very adorable when he kissed her hair, and they were just... They're cute, but it's like sometimes in the back of my mind, I'm just like, no, don't think negative thoughts, you know, but, you know, can you blame me? You know, many Glee things happen again, they resurrect it. You're like, oh, I thought she said she was over him, and then she's not, and you never know. You never know with Glee, so. And I don't think that it was Kitty that catfished Ryder. I think it's unique. I'm hoping it is. They kind of hint at it, I think, because they keep showing her looking, you know, like something. Then they mention that it wasn't her, but I still think in the back of my... I hope it is. I really hope it is, because Unique could open Ryder's eyes to so many different things of the way he used to think and now the way he does. And I'd love that they would have like a I don't know, how do you say that? Transgender, transsexual, I don't know which one Unique is. I don't know the term, sorry. Have a relationship with this guy who thinks he's straight and falls in love with a, wants to be female, male to female. So I think they should really they should do that. So I think it'd be incredible, especially Ryder. And it feels like, yes, it was very season 1 with Finn and Kurt, but this time it's different. There's going to be an actual different outcome. So I just really hope they do it, and if they don't, I'm going to be so sad. It's like, damn cliffhangers, tell me. Ugh, it's like, I actually want to get invested in Glee again. I think this is a way they could do it. Because I honestly I kept forgetting that Glee was on tonight. Like, I seriously almost had to write it down. Which is weird, because I never usually forget, so do it, Glee, do it. And Jake thought it was Brad. Oh my god, that's funny. And apparently Ken Tanaka has risen from the dead. Season 2, when Beast first came on, they mentioned Ken Tanaka died. How the hell is he back? Is he a motherfucking zombie? What the hell? Like, that is a big thing to forget. You can do like Howard Bamboo or something that is alive. I don't know. Say was really good. I love John Mayer's music. I'm a huge fan of his music. So when I found that they were doing a John Mayer song in general, not my favorite John Mayer song, but it's still John Mayer nonetheless. Very, very happy. Even though the song does get repetitive, even in general. Say what you need to say. Like, we get it. You need to say something. But damn, Blaine and Marley and Ryder especially, and Kitty, whoever else was singing that song was really good. Like, really great cover and performance. I love that they were all sitting in that weird wooden thing. I don't know, like risers or whatever. That was good. I think I stand Ryder's voice. Like, he's one of my favorite voices right now. Because he just, I don't know, something about his voice, even when he was on the Glee project, was anyone else feeling it. Also, I'm starting to like Kitty. I know, weird feeling. I really loved her doing the shooting scenes because it was just so emotional and raw, and I totally ship Kitty and Artie. So, what can you? I also really like Sugar and Artie. What the hell are they gonna? Poor Sugar. I know Vanessa's doing something else now, but they could at least like done something with it. And they're all family, and at the end of the episode, you see the confessions that they all had, and break my heart some more, why don't you? And Artie's really stuck out because it was the last. I've had the best experience of my life in this room, and the people that and these people mean more than anything, mean more to me than anything. Sorry, I cannot read. Regard that. But everybody's acting was incredible. So even Will, who I can't stand, it was very good. And when they had to hold Sam back, that was crazy shit going on. And so definitely good. And even though there's no Kurt in this episode, it was still amazing because that's another reason I was hesitant. But I would love to see the reactions of not only the people in New York, but like, you know, Mike and Mercedes and Quinn and Finn, and like what happened from all them, because they grew up with these kids as well, not only just because they're not there anymore. So I would love to see that, not just because it's a Klain thing, which I don't even care about anymore, to be honest with you. I just, once that episode gets around, like maybe the episode before Klain stuff starts happening, I will do a little rant on that, because, but, so anyways, I would give this episode an A for sure. I think it was really well, especially once I got to the actual juicy parts, you know. It was very, very, very emotional and very powerful, and I think it was well done. So now we have a consistent of 4 episodes for 4 more weeks, and which is crazy because Glee might not come back next season. So I really hope they give season 5, just give them season 5, and even if it's short, like, you know, 30 Rock did, where it's just only a certain amount of episodes compared to their last episodes, a lot of other shows do at the end or in certain seasons. They should just do it just to give every character a tie at the end, how they were meant to end. How they meant the beginning of this show, how they made these characters into what they are and giving them the ending that they deserve. I think they definitely just deserve that. So next week is Finn and Puck. I almost said fucking Pin at college, and Puck with hair. I'm happy they're doing things together again. I love their friendship. And Don't Stop Believing Part 2. The feels, I still wish they would have done that at the end of the very final episode of Glee, because maybe they will again, because that was where it all started, and I am very emotional. So, what were your thoughts on this episode? And I will see you next week for, ooh, I just hit myself, for the next episode. Okay.